Welcome into Muskogee Rougher TV on youtube.com/Rougher TV, along with MuskogeeAthletics.com. Steve Braun, glad you can join us here at Rougher Field. Rougher baseball taking on the Owasso Rams. Let's run down the starting lineups first for the visitors. Leading off and playing first base is Jackson Smith. Batting second and playing center field is Brennan Phillips. Batting third, the shortstop, Brody Green. Batting fourth, the left fielder, Solo Skalnick. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Mason Pennington. Batting sixth, the right fielder is Jet Tucker. In the DH spot, the 7-hole hitter is Braden Blundell. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Zach Burns. And rounding out the starting lineup for Coach Larry Turner, Baylor Corbin, the catcher, will bat ninth. On the mound for Owasso is Kason Benefield. Owasso enters with a record of 16-2 on the season, while the Muskogee Roughers will go with a starting lineup like this. Caleb Webb will lead things off and be the designated hitter for the Roughers. Batting second, the left fielder, Jaden Bell. Batting third, Antonio Zapata. He will also play center field. In the 4-hole is the first baseman, Price Jackson. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Dale Grant. In the 6-hole, Giovanni Zapata. He will also be behind the dish for this one. Charles Mason will bat seventh and be on the bump for Muskogee. Batting eighth, and playing right field, number 9, Therian Thompson. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 15, Ben Fulbright. In the flex position will be Aiden Barnowski, the third baseman for Muskogee. The battery for the Roughers, Charles Mason on the mound, and behind the plate is Giovanni Zapata. Muskogee enters with a record of 1-9, coming off a loss to Collinsville on Thursday, 23-5 in that one, a home contest. Fell to Bixby earlier that week as the Spartans came away with a 13-5 victory over the Roughers. The last victory, or the lone victory, against Tahlequah on March 26th, a 4-0 victory over the Tigers just along the way to our east on Highway 62. Throw down to second, and we are set to get first pitch underway. Scheduled start time of 5 o'clock, 4:58 currently here on what is a beautiful day in Muskogee. As Jackson Smith, the first baseman, will lead things off, as it is 79 degrees and sunny. Some clouds out in the sky here in Muskogee. First pitch in there for strike one to Jackson Smith. Left-handed batter Smith facing the righty Charles Mason. First pitch, or the 0-1, pardon me, fouled away, well out of play beyond the left field side. 0-2 the count. Last time these two squads met, 2018. A 17-2 victory for the Rams on April 28th, 2018. Have met a handful of times in the last 5 years. As this one's grounded over to second, fire over to first, plenty of time. 4-3 put out number one here on the top of the first inning, pardon me. It'll bring up Brennan Phillips, the center fielder for Owasso. Phillips, another lefty, as your first pitch was at 4:59. This one swung and fouled away, left side, out of play. Just a little bit of wind coming from right field line. This one's a chopper over to Shortstop, fire over to first by Dale Grant. Plenty of time to get the put out. 6-3 of Brennan Phillips. And 2 away here in the top of the first inning. Brings up the shortstop, Brody Green. First right-handed batter in this lineup for longtime head coach of the Rams, Larry Turner. Stands at third base in the coach's box. First pitch just on the outside of the plate for strike one. Outside half to the righty, Brody Green. 0-1 the count. As Mason peers in to Zapata. Gets the sign, kicks and fires low for ball two, or ball one. 1-1 the count. Here in the top of the first inning. 0-0 the score. That one fouled away right side. 0-2 the count. Swung on right field. Under it is Thompson. Just dropped it there. Throws it in to the infield. And Green will reach safely at first base. Skolnick head to the batter's box with a man on at first after the error by the right fielder. First pitch to Skolnick outside for ball one. 1-0 the count to Skolnick, the left fielder for the Rams. Team that is coming off an 11-2 victory last Friday against Bartlesville on the road in Bartlesville. This one inside and just fouled off for strike one. 1-1 the count. 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Check over at first. Sliding back head first in time is Brody Green. Green, who reached on the air by the right fielder. Kick and fire, runner goes. Throw down to second, not in time. Sliding in safely on the stolen base is Brody Green. And he'll stand in scoring position now with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Charles Mason peers in. Looks back at second. No one covering. And he'll throw in a high ball for ball 3. 3-1 the count. 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Skolnick battling. Runner on at second. Chopper to third. Looks over the runner. Fire to first. Jackson able to dig that one out for the 5-3 put out. As there's a runner stranded in the top of the first for the Owasso Rams. 0-0 the score. Head to the home half of the first. Right after this, you're watching Muskogee baseball on Rougher TV. Head to the home half of the first inning. Caleb Webb, Jaden Bell, and Antonio Zapata all due up for Muskogee. Defensively, the Rams, left to right from in the infield, Mason Pennington, Brody Green at short, Zach Burns, and Jackson Smith over on the right side of the infield. As the first pitch here from Benefield in there for strike one. Good to see Caleb Webb return to action after knee injury kept him out of the football season for majority of it. Suffered a knee injury in the first game of the season on the road at Bishop McGuinness as he fouls this one off for strike two. Caleb heading to the University of Central Oklahoma on a football scholarship. Good to see him, though, out here on the baseball diamond. 0-2 the count. Check swing. They'll say he went. Strikeout there of Caleb Webb. Goes down swinging, for strikeout number one, and out number one here in the bottom of the second. Brings up Jaden Bell. Bell, left-handed batter, watches ball one there inside. As the 1-0 in for strike one. 1-1 the count to Jaden Bell, left fielder for Muskogee. 1-1 swung on, high fly ball, left field, shallow left along the line, about 4 feet from the left side of the right, 4 feet to the right of the left field line. For out number two on the F7. 2 away here in the bottom of the first, and brings up the center fielder Antonio Zapata. Got 3 straight football players to lead it off in the lineup for Muskogee. Caleb Webb, Jaden Bell, and Antonio Zapata. Zapata, the right-hander, takes that one off the left hip and will head down to first. Brings up Bryce Jackson, the left fielder, in the 4-hole spot. Jackson, right-handed batter, will dig in, swing the bat around, and now Prepare for the first pitch from Kason Benefield. The first one to Jackson, low for strike one. 0-1 the count, two-way here in the bottom of the first inning. Couple of hawks, it looks like, circling beyond left field as this one's fouled off into the plaza entryway. I think those are hawks out there circling around beyond center field now, way up in the sky. Bell runs here with 2 outs. High fly ball, center field. Under it is Phillips for out number 3. Ruffer strand a runner. No runs, no hits, no errors. One left on base in the bottom of the second. 0-0, Owasso and Muskogee here on Ruffer TV. Head to the top of the second inning, 0-0 the score here on Ruffer TV. Owasso and Muskogee tied through 1 inning of play. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Rams. Those are Dale Grant, that is Mason Pennington, Jet Tucker, and Braden Blundell. First pitch, low for ball 1 to Pennington. Defense for the Ruffers. Infield, Aiden Barnowski moving left to right. Barnowski, Grant, Fulbright, and Jackson over at first. Outfield, Jaden Bells, Antonio Zapata in center, and Therian Thompson in right field. First pitch, or the 1-0 pitch, to Mason Pennington from Charles Mason inside for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Here in the top of the second inning. 2-0 misses low and outside for ball 3. Both teams stranded a runner in the first inning, as we're scoreless through 1. 3-0 in there for strike. The 3-1 hard hit ball into left field. It'll go off the fence. Jaden Bell able to corral it and stand up double for Mason Pennington to lead it off here in the second inning. It'll bring up the right fielder, Jet Tucker, for the first time this afternoon, as Pennington trot over towards third and hand off shin guard and whatever other protective gear to head coach and third base coach Larry Turner. Tucker will dig in. Right-handed batter facing the righty Charles Mason. Check back to second. Kick and fire, and it's outside for ball one. No outs here in the top of the second inning. Leadoff single by Mason Pennington, the first hit of the ball game for either team. As Charles Mason checks back at second. No one holding. And kick and fire. One misses for ball two. 2-0 the count. First inning, Mason just 4 balls thrown. Compared to 6 strikes. Was able to get through the first 4 batters. Just a handful of pitches as that one misses it well for ball 3. 3-0 the count. No outs here in the top of the second inning. Mason Pennington, the leadoff hitter in this second inning, stands at second. Here's the 3-0 pitch, right down the middle for strike one. Good gust of wind here. Here's the 3-1. Outside half for strike two. Runs count full for Charles Mason. This one right back at Mason. And he's just able to corral it and hold the runner over at third. As Tucker reaches on the single. On the ball hit right back to the pitcher, Charles Mason. Tried to get out of the way of it and ricocheted off his leg. Appears to be just fine. But runners on the corners now with no outs here in the top of the second inning, and the designated hitter, Braden Blundell, at the plate. Check over at first. Sliding back head first is Jet Tucker. Mason peers in towards Zapata, the catcher. Kick fire. Got away from Zapata, and the base runner, Tucker, will head to second. Say that's on a pass ball. Bring a coach out for Muskogee to talk things over with Charles Mason. He waves off the rest of the infield. Just trying to settle his pitcher here. As Mason has 2 runners on in scoring position. And the meeting on the mound done here. Blundell, the 1-0 count. Right-handed batter facing the righty. This one swung on the left field, and it goes foul just inches to the left of the left field line. Just fair, or just foul, pardon me. Just foul. And it'll bring up 1-1 count to Blundell. Designated hitter. Runners in scoring position. here in the top of the second inning. 0-0 score. There's the kick and fire from Mason. Swung on, hard hit, ball to right field. Thompson unable to get underneath it in time. Does stop it and will throw to second as Pennington will score. An RBI single for Blundell. As Tucker heads to third, Blundell stays at first, and Owasso leads it 1-0. And Zach Burns comes to the plate. The second baseman for the Rams watches strike one. Here in the top of first. 0-1 the count. Runners on the corners here in the top of the first. Owasso leads Muskogee 1-0 after the RBI single to right field by Braden Blundell. Check over on Blundell at first. Slides in safely in time. Mason peering in. Kicks, fires, swung on. This one out to right center field. It'll fall down. Zapata will overrun it. The batter will head to second. They'll round third, and he'll stand up at third as Tucker scored along with Blundell. And a double by Burns. Stands over at third now. E8 moves Burns over from second to third. This one's hit right back up the middle, fielded by the second baseman Fulbright. Fire over to first, plenty of time to get Corbin. 4-3 put out for out number one. As Burns scores. And the Rams lead it, 4-0 here in the top of the second inning. Activity in the bullpen as this one's fouled off. Out of play, left side. This one's out to center field. Zapata underneath it for out number two of Jackson. Jackson Smith retired for out number two, and it brings up Brennan Phillips, the center fielder for the Rams. Phillips 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Grounded out 6-3 in the first inning. Coming to the plate with 2 outs here in the top of the second. First pitch in there for strike. Oh, and 1 the count. Base is empty. 4-0 the score. Owasso leading. This one swung on, chopper foul. First base side for strike two. These two teams will meet up tomorrow up in Owasso. Start time 5 p.m. for that one. I'm sure the Owasso video production team will be streaming that one. You can probably find that via Facebook or Google. As the 0-2 pitch outside for ball one. One, two, low for ball two. To Brennan Phillips. Rams leading 4-0 over the Ruffers. Here on Ruffer TV. 2-2 swung on. Liner to right center field. It'll drop. Zapata able to corral it cleanly. And Phillips will reach on the single with 2 outs. Here in the second inning. Green reached on the air by the right fielder in the first. The pitch from Charles Mason misses for ball one. 1-0 count here in the top of the second inning. Muskogee trailing Owasso 4-0 after a 4-run top of the second here. Check over to first, sliding back in time, is Brennan Phillips. Jarrett Crawford warming, it appears, for Muskogee. And has now left the bullpen, gone back to the dugout. 2 outs here in the top of the second. This one swung on, high fly ball, shallow right center field. Zapata underneath it for out number 3. Not before Owasso tallies 4 runs on 5 hits. There were 2 errors, or 1 error, pardon me, and 1 left on base. After 1.5 complete, Owasso leads Muskogee 4-0. You're watching it on Ruffer TV. Head to the home half of the second inning here on Ruffer TV. Steve Braun, glad you could join us. Ruffers facing Owasso here as we head to the bottom of the second. 5, 6, 7 hole hitters due up for Muskogee. Dale Grant leads things off. First pitch to Grant, swung on. Chopper left or third base side, and it goes foul for strike 1. Grant, Zapata, Giovanni Zapata that is, and Charles Mason all due up for Muskogee here in the bottom of the second inning. Any of those reach, Therian Thompson come to the plate. 0-1 the count to the righty Dale Grant facing the right-hander Kason Benefield. Swing and a miss, strike two. Grant behind 0-2 on the count. Game that started at 4:59 p.m., a minute early. About 32 minutes into this one here in the bottom of the second inning. This one swung on, up on the hands, gets past the third baseman, fielded by the shortstop, fire over, and not in time. Reaching is Dale Grant on the air. We'll go ahead and say it was. We'll say it was a hit. Took a strange hop there on the on the third baseman Mason Pennington. Single for Grant. And it brings up Giovanni Zapata, the catcher for Muskogee, in those green tops, the white pinstripes pants, green socks. Takes strike one. Check over on Grant at first. He slides back in safely head first. Gets up and claps. Dirties the pants a little bit. Owasso in the maroon tops. Maroon hats with the OR, classic OR for them. Black numerals. Gray pants with the red stripe or the maroon stripe down the side. No one with the high pants, all long pants, it appears, for the Rams. Counts 1-1. Zapata watches that one high for ball two. 2-1 the count. Here in the bottom of the second inning. Muskogee trailing Owasso 4-0 after the Rams posted 4 runs in the top of this second inning. That one is low and inside for ball three. 3-1 the count, with Dale Grant standing over at first base. (16-2) is this Owasso squad. Lone losses coming back-to-back games to Union. Chopper to second, fire over to the shortstop, and then over to first for the 4-6-3 double play. And 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning. Brings up the pitcher, Charles Mason, right-handed batter, facing the righty Kason Benefield for Owasso. First pitch swung on, up the middle, gets past Zach Burns, the second baseman, into the center field, and Mason will reach on first pitch swing on the single. Pair of hits here in the bottom of the second for Muskogee. And it'll bring to the plate. Looks like a change. Jarrett Crawford will pinch hit here in the bottom of the second. Swung on and fouled away by Crawford for strike one. Okay, thank you. Cale Testerman. Pinch running over at first as Crawford watches that one for ball one. 1-1 the count. Here in the bottom of the second inning. Muskogee trailing Owasso 4-0. As Benefield appears over at first, kicks, fires outside for ball two. 2-1 the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Runner at first base is Cale Testerman. The pinch runner for Charles Mason, who singled up the middle. Benefield kicks, fires this one to center field, fly ball. Under it is Brennan Phillips for out number 3. 3 outs, and we head to the visitor half of the third right after this as Owasso leads Muskogee 4-0 on Rougher TV. Head to the top of the third inning here on Rougher TV. Owasso leads Muskogee 4-0. Steve Brunn, glad you can join us here in Muskogee as the first pitch to Solo Skalnick in there for strike one. Ruffers trail 4-0 after a 4-run top of the second inning by the Rams. Charles Mason 0-1 in there for strike two. 2-0 the count. Or 0-2 the count, pardon me. 0-2 the count. Here in the top of the third. First pitch for the 0-2 from Charles Mason. This is outside for ball one. 1-2 the count. That one high, off speed for ball two. 2-2 the count. Lead off here in the third inning, Solo Skalnick. 0 for 1 on the afternoon is Skalnick. Swings on this one, fouls it back towards his own dugout along the third base side. Keeps the count alive, 2-2. Two outside for ball three. 3-2 the count. Here in the top of the third inning. Some junior high players over in the bullpen, throwing the ball around. Good to see the next group of roughers out here supporting the varsity team, as Skalnick able to get the bat on the ball here and ground that one into left field for a leadoff single here in the third. It'll bring up Mason Pennington. Pennington reached on a double to left center field in his first at-bat in the second inning. That started what turned out to be 4 runs, eventually scored as the runner goes. Fire down to second, not in time from Zapata. Sliding in safely is Skalnick for the stolen base. First stolen base of the ball game for either team. Skalnick stands at second. No outs here in the top of the third. 1-0, high fly ball. Second baseman Ben Fulbright underneath it to retire Pennington for out number 1 here in the top of the third. It'll bring up Jet Tucker, the right fielder, reached on a single, infield single, as a full count single from Tucker in the second inning. Right back to the pitcher, Charles Mason, who was trying to get out of the way of it, had it ricochet off his leg, just die behind the mound. And time called here by Jet Tucker. Waiting the first pitch to Tucker as Charles Mason checks back at second. Kick and fire, and a ball taken by Tucker. Ball 1. 1-0 the count, 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Owasso, longtime powerhouse in baseball, leads it 4-0 over the Roughers. This one hard hit ball, shallow right, drops right in front of Jarrett Crawford. Skalnick will stay at second on the single by Tucker. Skalnick at second, Tucker at first. 1 out here in the top of the third inning, and Braden Blundell, the designated hitter, right-handed batter, will dig in. Crawford, who pinch hit in the home half of the second, now out at right field defensively for the Roughers, as that one high for ball 1 to Blundell. Two runners on, Skalnick at second, Tucker at first. Charles Mason, pitcher for the Roughers, peers in. Muskogee with those green hats with a white front panel, the Muskogee M on the front. Fouls this one off, and it ricochets right in front of our broadcast location for strike 1. Just over the backstop here. One the count. Check back to second. Gets away from the shortstop Grant. into center field. Zapata will come up at hit the cutoff man Grant, but the runners will advance on the air. E1 puts the runners in scoring position. Skalnick at third, Tucker at second, and the designated hitter, Braden Blundell, at the plate. Blundell, 1 for 1 on the afternoon, had a single in the second inning, an RBI single that scored Mason Pennington from third base. Back half of the lineup, dangerous against the Roughers so far in this contest. Off-speed pitch, I'll say inside to Blundell for ball 2. 2-0 the count, or 2-1 the count, pardon me. As Zapata goes out to talk to Mason. Zapata will walk back behind the dish. One fouled away and appeared maybe even off the leg of Blundell. Definitely off the catcher, Zapata. Two and two the count. 2 runners on. Skalnick at third, Tucker at second. With 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Muskogee trailing Owasso 4-0. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Mason. Swung on, chopper 2 short. Fire over to first by Grant. Picked out of the dirt by Jackson for the putout. 6-3. RBI for Blundell as Skalnick scores from third. 2 away as Tucker stands at second base. Brings up Zach Burns. So 2 away here in the top of the third. Owasso leading 5-0 over Muskogee. That one inside. Ball 1 to Burns. Burns reached on a double in the second, moved over to third on the air by the center fielder Antonio Zapata, who overran the fly ball that dropped in right center field. 1-0 fouled away by Burns to the backstop. Next home game for Muskogee will be Tuesday, April 13th, 5 o'clock start time for that one, as the Sapulpa Chieftains visit for that one. As the 1-1 gets past Zapata, and heading over to third is Jet Tucker on the pass ball. Second pass ball of the evening. Both of those moved Tucker along the base paths in this contest. 5-0 the score. Owasso leads Muskogee here in the third inning. 3-1 the count. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Runner Jet Tucker stands at third base after that pass ball by Zapata. 3-1 pitch inside, fouled off. I will say a strike, pardon me. That one is pass ball as well. That'll score Tucker from third. On the strike by Burns. Three and two the count. Swung on up the middle. Diving is Grant. Just gets past his glove into center field. Burns will reach at first on the single. And it brings up the catcher, Baylor Corbin. Corbin, the right-handed batter, 0 for 1 this evening as the lights have come on here at the baseball field in Muskogee, Ruffer Field. As the pitch to Corbin well outside for ball one. Ruffers trailing 6-0 as Charles Mason delivers ball two to Baylor Corbin. Corbin was first pitch swinging in his first at-bat. That one from Mason, just the third pitch that Corbin has seen in this contest. And this is second at-bat. 2-0 the count. That one skips in the dirt, and running to second is Zach Burns on the wild pitch. Wild pitch from Mason in the dirt in front of the plate allows Burns to head to second with 2 outs here in the top of the third. And a 4-pitch walk of Baylor Corbin bring us to the top of the order, and Jackson Smith. Courtesy running is Reese Daigle. First pitch to Jackson Smith, high fly ball. Shallow or into left field. Under it is Jaden Bell for out number 3. And that'll end the inning, but not before the Rams tally 2 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 error and 2 left on base. After 2.5, Owasso leads it 6-0 over Muskogee here on Ruffer TV. Home half of the third inning as the 9-1-2 hitters do up for Muskogee. Steve Braun, glad you could join us on Rougher TV, MuskogeeAthletics.com. Ben Fulbright will lead it off, the second baseman for the Roughers, as they trail Owasso 6-0. First pitch swinging is Fulbright. Pops this one foul territory, well out of play. Over the backstop here at Rougher Field. 0-1 the count to Fulbright. The 0-1 swung on. Pop up just beyond the dirt in shallow right center field. Under it is Zach Burns for out number 1.
Now back to the top of the Rougher order for the DH, number 6, Caleb Webb.
Top of the order for the Roughers, Caleb Webb, the designated hitter. Struck out in his first at-bat. Lone strikeout for Benefield, the pitcher. High and inside for ball 1 to Webb. Couple of pitchers warming in the Rougher bullpen as Webb swings on this one. Ground ball to second, fielded by Burns. Fire over to first for the 4-3 put out, and out number 2. Brings up the left fielder Jaden Bell. Bell flew out in his first at-bat in the first inning. 2-hole hitter for the Roughers. As the first pitch to Bell in there for strike 1. On 1 the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Muskogee trailing Owasso 6-0 as the 0-1 pitch outside to the lefty Bell for ball 1. Clouds just lingering off in the distance here. Picture perfect day. Swing and a miss by Bell for strike 2. Chamber of Commerce type of day, as I've heard someone put it. Tourism board would love to have a photo of this. Trees are starting to green up a little bit beyond the outfield fence as the 1-2 misses for ball 2. Good crowd on hand here. The 2-2 swung on, fouled away. Bell keeps the at-bat alive with the foul ball. 2-2 the count, 2 outs, no one on. Here in the bottom of the third. 2-hole hitter Jaden Bell. Pitch inside. Bell just raises his bat and lets that one skim past his chest. I'm either wearing that one or I'm getting way out of the way there. I'm not hanging out. That one inside for ball 4. Bell heads down to first, and Antonio Zapata will come to the plate for the Roughers. Zapata reached on a hit by pitch in the first inning. One of 2 base runners. Zapata, the righty, facing the right-hander Benefield. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Antonio Zapata, the senior for the Roughers. Zapata reaches safely here. Bryce Jackson due up. Throw back to first. Bell scurries back safely in time. Count 0-2 now to Antonio Zapata. Fouled away by Zapata to the backstop. Keeps the at-bat alive for the Ruffer senior. Pulls out his card to look at the numbers that head coach Johnny Hutchins signaled for him. That one over the head. Bell down to second, sliding in head first in time as Brody Green doesn't even try to apply the tag. Stolen base there for Jaden Bell. Its count runs to 1-2 now for Zapata facing Benefield. Bell stands at second with the 1-2 count for Antonio Zapata. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. Dropped. Fire over to first. K2-3 for out number 3. 6-0 as we head to the home or the visitor half of the fourth inning. Top of the fourth. You're watching it on Ruffer TV. Head to the top of the fourth inning here on Ruffer TV. Steve Braun, glad you could join us as Charles Mason goes back out for the Ruffers on the mound and delivers ball 1 to Brennan Phillips. Phillips 1 for 2 on the evening. Single in the second, grounded out in the first. Lefty, the 2-hole hitter, leads off this fourth inning and watches ball 2. Here in the top of the fourth. 6-0 the score. Owasso leading Muskogee. This district action. Two-0 swung on and fouled away. Like it went off the foot of Brennan Phillips. Step out of the batter's box. Now walk back in. 2-1 the count. Here in the top of the fourth. Leadoff hitter in this fourth inning, Brennan Phillips at the plate, the center fielder. Mason kicks, fires, and it's outside for ball 3. 3-1 the count. 6-0 score as the Rams lead it over Muskogee here from Ruffer Field. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Runs the count full for Charles Mason, facing the lefty Brennan Phillips. Three-two from Mason. Watches it, does Phillips, and it's a walk. That one high, head down to first. Brings up Brody Green, shortstop. 0 for 1. Reached on an error in the first, as this one first pitch swinging, and it's down the left field line. Bell will throw it in at third, bringing Barnowski off the bag, and reaching third safely is Brennan Phillips, who is on at first, and Brody Green stands at second. When that one hit down the line, a double for Green. Runners in scoring positions, no outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Ruffers trailing 6-0 to Owasso. Charles Mason kicks, fires. This one swung on, hard hit ball left field. That one is gone. Solo Skalnick with the 3-run home run to left field. That one looked gone off the bat. Just never know. On a day like today, but a 3-run home run for Solo Skalnick. 9-0. Coach John Hutchins comes out. We'll take the ball from Charles Mason, and we'll see a new pitcher here as Mason will head out to right field. And the new pitcher is Cale Testerman. We'll take a break. Watching Ruffer baseball on Ruffer TV. Muskogee trailing Owasso 9-0 here on Ruffer TV. New pitcher is Cale Testerman for Muskogee, as Charles Mason will head out to right field. (9-0) Owasso leads. As the first pitch from Testerman to Mason Pennington, or excuse me, sub on for Jaden Johansson. Oh, and 2 the count now. Jaden Johansson has come on in place of Mason Pennington. Just want to chopper over to third, fielded cleanly over to first, picks it out, does Bryce Jackson for out number 1. Nice play there by Aiden Barnowski. Brings up Simon Goller. First pitch to Goller. Outside for ball 1. The 1-0 misses low for ball 2 from Testerman. As the 2-0 in there for a strike from Testerman. Here's the 2-1 from Testerman. In there, swung on for strike 2. Two inside for ball 3. Full count for Testerman facing Simon Goller, pinch hitter who came on for Jet Tucker in this inning. Here's the payoff pitch, low and outside for ball 4. Goller will head down to first on the walk. As Derek Overstreet will replace the designated hitter, Braden Blundell. First pitch to Overstreet, in there for a strike. Coach Larry Turner electing to go to the bench as the throw from Testerman over to first forces Goller slide back in head first safely. Testerman delivers a strike on the 0-1 outside, probably on the black rubber part of the plate there from Testerman. Strike him out. 3-pitch strikeout for Testerman. Got Overstreet looking. First strikeout by a rougher in the contest, and out number 2 here in the 4th. Brings up Bennett Flannery. First pitch to Flannery, in there for a strike. Testerman, impressive so far. That one got away from him high for ball one. 1-1 the count, 2 outs. Runner on, that is Goler at first base, who reached on the walk. Full count walk there. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Bennett Flannery. Pinch hitter who's come on for the second baseman, Zach Burns. The 1-2 pitch outside. Runner will head to second, throw down to second. Not in time, just on the pass ball by Goler. Our Goler reaches second on the pass ball by Zapata, pardon me. So it was in Zapata's glove and then popped out. Goler had headed towards second, and then was heading back towards first when he saw that the ball was away from Zapata, as the 2-2 pitch high from Testerman for ball 3. 3-2 the count. Full count here in the top of the 4th inning. Owasso leading 9-0. Testerman checks over at second. And a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Testerman. And the young man comes on after Owasso tallied 3 runs on a 3-run home run by Solo Skalnick here in the top of the 4th. Testerman comes on and retires 2 with strikeouts and will head to the home half of the 4th. Owasso leading 9-0 over Muskogee here on Rougher TV. Leading off the bottom of the 4th inning, Bryce Jackson for Muskogee, the first baseman. 0 for 1 on the evening. Number of defensive changes. We'll try to get those for Owasso here in the home half of the 4th. Owasso leading 9-0. Time called by Bryce Jackson. As Benefield misses low for ball 1. 1-0 the count. New catcher is Grayson Caldwell. Jackson Farrell over at third. As the 1-0 inside for ball 2. As the 2-0 in there for a strike to Jackson. Simon Goler over in right. Jaden Johansson takes over at short. As the 2-1 misses inside for ball 3. 3-1 the count. Johansson over at short. Grady Mercer in left field. As the count is 3-1. Misses high for ball 4. And Jackson will head down to first. As Dale Grant will come to the plate, the rougher shortstop, with a man on at first in Price Jackson. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Muskogee trailing 9-0 to the Rams. One swung on and fouled away, well out of play. Third base side. Count now 0-1 to Dale Grant. So your outfield for Owasso, left to right, Grady Mercer, Reese Daigle, and Simon Goller. Infield, Brandon Floyd, Johansson at short, Barnes at second, and Farrell at first. High fly ball. Left field, fielded cleanly there by Mercer for out number 1. Brings up Giovanni Zapata. Zapata, 0 for 1, grounded into a double play in the second inning. His first at bat of the contest. Watches this one skip low for ball 1. Inside for ball 2. 2-0 the count. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. This one gets away from Benefield. Jackson will head to second. Now towards third, and stand up on the wild pitch there. Over to third. First time the Roughers have a runner reach third base. Jaden Bell got to second. It's the furthest a base runner has gone for Muskogee in this contest. They've stranded 3 runners. In there for a strike. 3-1 count after the wild pitch by Benefield moved Price Jackson over to third. 1 out. Jackson, the lone base runner for the Roughers. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Gio Zapata. Muskogee trailing Owasso 9-0 here on Rougher TV. Hard hit ball, shallow left. It'll force Jackson to tag up, and he'll stay at third on the F7 for out number 2. and brings up Charles Mason, the now right fielder for Muskogee. So this one just over the head of the third baseman, Floyd, and scoring is Price Jackson from third on the RBI single by Charles Mason. 9-1, Muskogee trailing Owasso, and brings up Kale Testerman, the pitcher. Testerman, the right-handed batter, facing the righty Benefield, who started this contest for the Rams. First pitch from Benefield to Testerman is high for ball one. 1-0 the count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Muskogee trailing Owasso 9-1. A 1-0 high for ball two. Mason stands at first for the Ruffers, following his RBI single here in the home half of the fourth inning. As there's a ball that's came onto the field down the left field line, out left field fence. Looks like they'll just go ahead and play on. Three-0 the count to Testerman. Benefield appears over at first, kicks, fires, and they'll say that one caught just above the knees of Testerman for strike one. 3-1 the count. Testerman thought that one was low and outside for ball four and started heading to the first base bag. Strike two there for Testerman. Same spot, same result, same reaction by Testerman. 3-2 the count, 2 outs. Runner on is Charles Mason at first. Here's the payoff pitch. Strike him out for out number 3. Got him looking. Third strikeout by Benefield, and the Ruffers are retired. Not before they tallied 1 run on 1 hit. There was no errors and 1 left on base. After 4 complete, Muskogee trails Owasso 9-1 here on Ruffer TV. Head to the top of the fifth inning as the 9-1-2 hitters all due up. Grayson Caldwell will lead it off. As Caldwell swings on this one, fouls it away. Strike one. Caldwell, the catcher now. Came on defensively in the bottom of the fourth inning as the 0-1 pitch from Testerman misses for ball one. As the 1-1 misses for ball two. One misses outside for ball three. 3-1 the count to Grayson Caldwell for Cale Testerman. Grounder to third. Barnowski fields it, fires over to first in time for 5-3 putout, out number one here in the top of the fifth inning. Brings up Jackson Farrell. Jackson Farrell replaces Jackson Smith in the lineup. And defensively, that one misses for ball one. 1-0 the count, one out, no one on here in the top of the fifth as the pitch from Testerman catches the outside half to the lefty Farrell for strike one. 1-1 the count. One to the count now to Farrell. Here in the top of the fifth inning. One away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Third strikeout for Testerman. And it'll bring up Reese Daigle. First pitch to Daigle, misses for ball one. 1-0 the count. Two outs here in the top of the fifth inning. Daigle, the left-handed batter, facing the right-handed pitcher, Cale Testerman. Delivers that one just outside for ball two. Testerman with 3 strikeouts. That one swung on and fouled away. Strike one. This one fouled off over the backstop into the stands. Full count here for Testerman facing Daigle. This one swung on, fouled away as well beyond the backstop. Payoff pitch from Testerman. Swung on and off the backstop. Daigle just battling to keep the at-bat alive. This one in the dirt inside. It'll send Daigle down to first on the walk. Daigle over at first as Testerman looks over and fires to Brandon Floyd. Floyd, the third baseman, watches strike one. Floyd came on for Brody Green, the shortstop, in the lineup at least. Floyd, the third baseman defensively, as Testerman checks over at first. It gets away from Jackson. It'll go to the wall. Daigle will head over to second. On the air, throwing air by Testerman. We'll send Daigle to second. This one, a batted ball, left center field. Zapata underneath it for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 5th. No runs scored in the top of the 5th by Owasso. Rams trail it 9-1 to Muskogee. Or Rams lead it, 9-1 over Muskogee here on Rougher TV. Second baseman Ben Fulbright will lead things off for the Roughers here in the home half of the 5th inning, and he watches strike one from J.T. Davis, the new pitcher for the Owasso Rams. Fulbright swings on the 0-1. This one will drop down fair down the right field line for a base hit. Leadoff single here in the bottom of the 5th brings up the designated hitter, Caleb Webb. Top of the order for the Ruffers. First pitch to Webb inside for ball 1. Final line for Kaysen Benefield, 4 innings pitch, gave up 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch, and 1 wild pitch. As the 1-0 from Davis high for ball 2. Final line for Charles Mason, 3 innings pitched, gave up 10 hits, 9 runs, 2 walks. Did not strike out a hitter, nor threw a hit by pitch. Did have 1 wild pitch. 2-0 the count to Caleb Webb. That one misses outside for ball 3. 3-0 the count. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That one catches Webb in the back, right on the number 6 that adorns the back of his jersey. Hit by pitch there, and he'll head down to first base as Larry Turner comes out to talk to his pitcher, J.T. Davis, along with his catcher, Grayson Caldwell. He sends Caldwell back to the dish, puts his arm around Davis for the discussion here. Pat on the back, and now he'll meander back over to the third base dugout. Visitor dugout here at Ruffer Field. Jaden Bell, the batter now, left-handed batter. Come on with 2 runners on, no outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Trailing 9-1. Muskogee to the Owasso Rams. As Caldwell wants to go talk things over with Davis, his pitcher. Got things straightened up, and now Bell will head back towards the batter's box. The lefty. Peer back at second at the base runner Fulbright. Kick and fire. Davis delivers the ball inside as Jaden Bell showed bunt, pulled it back for ball 1. Bell shows bunt, pulls it back, takes strike 1. He peered back at the home plate umpire, unsure of that one. Here's the pitch from Davis. Outside half the plate for strike 2. Jaden Bell felt that one was off the plate. Now he gets the sign to swing away if necessary. 1-2 the count. Two fouled away over to the third base dugout as the Rams ducking out of the way. 1-2 count. 2 runners on. Fulbright at second, Webb at first. Caldwell and Davis discussing things. Short discussion. Swung on and foul again down the third base side. Off the fence. Runs parallel. Two Rams give chase after the foul ball. 1-2 the count. No outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Two runners on. Fulbright at second, Webb at first for Jaden Bell, facing the right-handed pitcher J.T. Davis. Came on in relief. On a ground ball to short. Fielded cleanly by Johansson. Fire over to Burns. Throws to first. And the out called. And they're going to send Fulbright back to second. And the double play via the interference by Caleb Webb. Webb didn't slide. So two-way as Zapata will swing on this one. Hard hit ball left field. It is off the wall. Fulbright will head home. Zapata to second, rounds the bag, and he will head back to second with the double. RBI double for Antonio Zapata. Price Jackson will head to the plate. Jackson asked for time. Two-way here in the bottom of the fifth. Owasso leading 9-2. The first pitch to Jackson misses for ball one. 1-0 the count. Zapata, Antonio Zapata, stands at second base after the RBI double. That one inside. Jackson turns to let it go by. 2 balls, no strikes here in the bottom of the fifth. Davis, that one well outside to Jackson. Good job by Grayson Caldwell to maneuver to his right and secure that one. Prevent the wild pitch pass ball possibility. Keep Antonio Zapata at second. Davis with the pitch. Inside half of the plate for strike one. Three and one the count. Zapata, good lead over at second base. 3-1 high and inside for the walk of Price Jackson. Second walk of the game of Jackson, and it'll bring up the shortstop Dale Grant. Grant at the plate. 1 for 2. Had a single in the second. Flew out in the fourth. First pitch inside, and it catches him on the arm. He'll head to first base, hit by a pitch. No one warming currently for Owasso after the hit by a pitch of Dale Grant. Loads the bases and brings up Gio Zapata, the catcher for Muskogee. Zapata hit into a double play in his first at-bat. Flew out to left field in the fourth. 0 for 2 is Zapata on the afternoon. Antonio Zapata at third, Jackson at second, Grant at first, and the first pitch to Gio Zapata in there for strike one. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Ruffers trailing 9-2. The 1 pitch outside for ball one. The 1-1 high and outside for ball two. 2-1 the count to Gio Zapata, the Ruffer catcher, facing the relief pitcher J.T. Davis. This one, chopper up the middle, fielded cleanly by the shortstop, and able to tag is Johansson for the putout of Dale Grant on the fielder's choice. As the bases are loaded on the third out of Dale Grant. Ruffers trail the Rams 9-2. You're watching it on Ruffer TV. Head to the top of the sixth inning with the Owasso Rams leading 9-2 over the Muskogee Ruffers. Steve Braun, glad you could join us. Cale Testerman still on the mound for the Ruffers in the relief appearance. Grady Mercer will lead things off as he watches ball one in the dirt. Mercer came on defensively in the bottom of the fourth. In left field, left-handed batter watches ball 2. 2-0 the count. The 2-0 pitch swung on, high fly ball, left center field. Bell gives chase and is able to secure it as his hat flew off, but the sunglasses on shine from the sunlight, reflecting off of them for out number 1. Brings up Jaden Johannesson. Pinch hit in the top of the fourth. Moved to shortstop in the bottom of the fourth defensively. Takes strike 1. 0-1, swing and a miss for strike 2. 0-2 the count, 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. This one a high fly ball, center field. Zapata will wave off anybody that tried to come over to it. Gloves it for out number 2. Testerman appears to be feeling pretty good. Been impressive here in this relief appearance when he entered in the fourth with no outs. He has struck out 3 so far. First pitch to Goller, Simon Goller, and delivers strike 1. Oh, 1 misses outside and low for ball 1. One misses for ball 2. Skips in the dirt in front of Gio Zapata. Player warming in the bullpen for Muskogee. Two one misses for ball 3. 3-1 the count. One in there for strike 2. Runs count full here in the top of the 6th inning. Rams leading the Ruffers 9-2 this Monday evening. Shadows starting to reach across the infield. 3-2 swung on and fouled away by Goller. Goller, the right fielder for the Rams. No one on here in the top of the 6th. This one swung on, fouled away. Ricochets off the indoor batting facility. Indoor batting cages. Three-two, low for ball 4. Goller will head down to first. Full count walk. And brings up Derek Overstreet, the DH. Came on in the 4th inning. First pitch to Overstreet, a ball. 1-0 the count. 2 outs, top of the 6th inning. A 1-0 misses low for ball 2. 2-0 the count. We've surpassed 2 hours of action in this one, as the 2-0 catches the outside half of the plate for strike 1. Two one catches Overstreet on the arm. He'll head to first as Goler heads to second. Zach Burns will dig in. Second baseman for the Rams. Starting second baseman. Two for two, the only starter still in the lineup for the Rams, Burns. Watches that one. They're going to say a hit by pitch. So Burns will head to first, Overstreet to second, and Goler to third. Bases loaded here in the 6th with 2 outs. Testerman, back-to-back hit by pitches following a walk. So the bases loaded without a hit or an error. And this is a hard hit ball to center field. Zapata will head back a few steps, settle under it for the putout. F8. Testerman able to get out of the jam as Owasso leads it still 9-2 over the Muskogee Ruffers. You're watching Muskogee baseball on Ruffer TV. Head to the bottom of the 6th inning here from Ruffer Field in Muskogee, on the campus of Muskogee High School. Steve Braun, glad you could join us on Ruffer TV and MuskogeeAthletics.com. Charles Mason will lead things off here in the home half of the 6th inning. 7, 8, 9 hole hitters due up. Mason, Testerman, and Fulbright. This one swung on by Mason and fouled away. It'll ricochet off the locker room. This one a liner to second, fielded cleanly by Zach Barnes for out number 1. It'll bring up Cale Testerman. Testerman has been impressive in his relief outing this evening. Time called here by Testerman. He'll step out of the batter's box. Felt that J.T. Davis, the relief pitcher for the Rams, taking a little too much time. This one fouled away and snagged by a junior high player that was over in the bullpen area playing catch. 0-1 the count to Testerman. Check swing. And they'll say he went. Strike 2. I thought he had broke the plane there. 0-2 the count. 1 out. No one on here in the bottom of the 6th. Owasso leading Muskogee 9-2. Testerman swinging a miss. Struck him out. Davis gets his first strikeout in this contest, and 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll bring up Ben Fulbright, the second baseman for the Ruffers. Fulbright singled to lead off the 5th inning. Flew out in the 3rd. He's 1 for 2 on the evening. And the first pitch to Fulbright catches the outside half of the plate from J.T. Davis for strike number 1. Ruffers have totaled 5 hits in this contest. They trail at 9-2. And that one low for ball 1. 1-1 the count to Ben Fulbright. 9-hole hitter for Muskogee. This one hard hit ball to shallow center field. Fielded cleanly by Reese Daigle for the putout. 3 up, 3 down of the Ruffers in the bottom of the 6th. We'll head to the 7th right after this. Ruffers trailing the Owasso Rams 9-2 here on Ruffer TV. Head to the top of the 7th inning. Jackson Farrell will lead things off for the Owasso Rams, who lead at 9-2 over the Muskogee Ruffers. Cale Testerman still on the mound for the Ruffers and delivers ball 1 to the lefty Farrell. 1-0 misses outside. to the lefty Farrell for ball 2. 2-0 the count. You're on Rougher TV. Glad you're joining us, either via YouTube or MuskogeeAthletics.com, as the 2-0 pitch misses inside for ball 3. Steve Braun, glad you can have you with us. Shane Stewart on the 1s and 2s. Moving the camera a little bit to the left and right when necessary. As the 3-1 in there for strike 1, or the 3-0 in there for strike 1. Got ahead of myself there. Kick fire for Testerman outside. Ball 4. Farrell will take the base. Third straight batter, or 3 of the last 4 batters have reached either by walk or hit by pitch via Testerman. Was able to get out of that 6th inning with the fly out to center field. It'll bring up Reese Daigle. Center fielder watches ball 1 well outside. Nice job by Gio Zapata to hop out of his stance, move to his left, and secure that one. The lefty Daigle reached via walk in the 5th inning, his lone at bat. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1-1 the count. No outs. 1 runner on. That is Farrell standing at first base. That one outside for a ball as well. The 2-1 pop up infield. Under it is the shortstop Dale Grant, who secures it firmly in his glove for out number 1. Brings up Brandon Floyd, the third baseman for the Rams, who lead at 9-2 here in the top of the 7th inning. First pitch high to Floyd. The 1-0 behind the batter, right-handed batter Brandon Floyd, and to the backstop, Gio Zapata able to chase it down. The base runner Farrell will move to second on the wild pitch. 2-0 the count to Floyd. Testerman does a little field maintenance on the front of the mound, his landing spot. Here's the 2-0. Swung on by Floyd. Ground ball to second. Ricochets off of Fulbright's glove. That'll send Farrell home from second on the air by Fulbright, the second baseman. 10-2, Owasso leads. First pitch to Grady Mercer outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count, 1 out. The Ruffers trail the Rams 10-0, or 10-2, pardon me. As the 1-0 misses outside to the lefty Grady Mercer for ball 2. 2-0 the count, 1 out. Runner standing at first base is Brandon Floyd after the error by the second baseman Ben Fulbright. Allowed him to reach and score the runner Jackson Farrell from second base. 2-0 misses for ball 3. 3-0 the count. Testerman will step off the bump, peer over to first base. Floyd steps back on the bag, and the 3-0 misses for ball 4. Mercer walks. Meeting on the mound here. Discussion being had here by one of the assistant coaches for Muskogee as the infield has come in. Just trying to calm down the freshman Testerman. Been off the mark just a bit here in the last inning and a third. Started out the 6th strong. Back-to-back flyouts, but then a walk, a hit by pitch, and a hit by pitch. Loaded the bases in the 6th inning for Testerman, but he was able to get out of it with the fly ball to center field by the catcher, Grayson Caldwell. Here in the 7th, he led off with a walk. Got a fly out, but then an error by the second baseman. And now another walk. This is first pitch swinging a hard hit ball to left field. It hits off the scoreboard, and it is gone. Off the scoreboard, a 3-run shot by Jaden Johansson. Johansson hit the scoreboard and knocked out the first 3 innings, the at-bat and the ball portion of the scoreboard. And the scoreboard is misfunctioned here. And we'll make a change defensively on the mound as the Ruffers will go to the bullpen. We'll have the new pitcher right after this. You're watching Ruffer Baseball on Ruffer TV. Theron Thompson is your new pitcher for the Ruffers, as Muskogee now trails it 13-2 after the 3-run home run by Jaden Johansson. First pitch to Goler, misses for ball 1 from Theron Thompson. As the 1-0 misses for ball 2. in there for a strike. 2-2 the count. Thompson facing Goler. Payoff pitch. Misses. Oh, got him looking. Strikeout. A delayed strikeout call by the home plate umpire for out number 2. Got him looking. I thought that was down the pipe. From my spot, it could have been a little high. Not the case, though. First pitch to Derek Overstreet. Misses for ball 1. Three and a third innings pitch for Cale Testerman. Count 2-0 now. Two-0 outside for ball 3. Here's the 3-0 outside for ball 4. Overstreet will take the base on balls, and it'll bring up Bennett Flannery, or excuse me, Zach Burns. Got too far ahead of myself there. Burns, the lone starter, still in the contest for the Rams, who lead at 13. And he will launch this one out to left field. Hard hit ball. Bell will get it right in front of the fence for out number 3. Four runs in the top of the 7th inning. Owasso leads it 13-2 here on Rougher TV. Caleb Webb will lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th inning for the Roughers, and watches ball 1 outside. Right-handed Webb. Oh for 2 on the evening. Did reach on a hit by pitch. Maneuvers away from that one for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Roughers trail 13-2. Three-one in their first strike, or 3-0 in their first strike. Davis delivers that one inside for strike 2. Full count now to Caleb Webb. 3-2 the count. J.T. Davis, the relief pitcher for the Rams, kicks and fires and just fouled away by Caleb Webb off the backstop. Three-two misses low and outside for ball 4. Webb heads down to first base. Soon will bring up Jaden Bell, the left fielder for the Ruffers. Bell 0 for 2 with a walk. Was out on a double play via interference as he swings on this one to the third baseman. Floyd bobbles it twice. Bell reaches cleanly. E5 there allows Bell to reach on the misplay by Brandon Floyd. Puts 2 runners on. Webb at second, Bell at first, with Antonio Zapata at the plate. Zapata had an RBI double in his last at-bat. First pitch to Zapata, low for ball 1 as Webb heads to third and Bell to second on the wild pitch. That was in the dirt. Zapata swings on this one, inside pitch that he's able to foul away. For strike 1. 1-1 the count. One and 1 the count. Davis with the pitch. Strike 2. Looking by Zapata. Didn't like that one. Held off on it. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Steve Braun, glad you can join us here on Rougher TV, MuskogeeAthletics.com. However you might be joining us. Big thank you to Shane Stewart for getting us on the air. As the 1-2 pitch well outside to the right-handed Zapata. Zapata hit by pitch in the first, struck out in the third, and then doubled with that RBI double in the 5th. Here in the 7th, has the count even at 2-2 and fouls that one off the backstop to keep the at-bat alive. Lights are starting to take effect here as the sun setting to the west. Here's the 2-2 swung on right back up the middle. That'll score Webb from third. Bell will be held up at second as the throw from the center fielder in cleanly. A single for Antonio Zapata, who moves over on that throw to second base. Heady base running there. So an RBI, single second RBI for Antonio Zapata, and the Ruffers trail it 13-3 here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch to Price Jackson, hits him in the back, and he'll head down to first base. So Bell at third. Zapata at second, and Price Jackson at third. At Anthony Watson will pinch hit for the Ruffers. Replacing Dale Grant. As assistant coach will trot out for Owasso to talk to J.T. Davis. Joining him is Grayson Caldwell. Discussion being had. Bases loaded. Ruffers trailing the Rams 13-3. Able to tally a run here in the bottom of the seventh inning. That on the RBI single by Antonio Zapata. Moved over on the throw home. That was trying to keep Jaden Bell on the base paths and able to do so. Bases loaded now after the hit by pitch of Price Jackson. And Anthony Watson pinch hitting here for the Ruffers in the bottom of the seventh. No outs. Trailing 13-3. First pitch in the dirt, gets away from the catcher Caldwell, and coming home is Jaden Bell. 13-4 on the wild pitch by Jaden Bell. No one standing at first now. Following that wild pitch. Second wild pitch of the inning by J.T. Davis, and a hard hit ball by Watson to right field. Right fielder misplayed it. It drops to the turf. Zapata will score from third. Jackson will head to third, and the Ruffers trail it 13-5. RBI single for Anthony Watson. Gio Zapata, the catcher, at the plate for the Ruffers. Watches that one inside, sliding down at second is Watson, safe, able to stay on the bag as he popped up. So a stolen base after the ball by J.T. Davis to Gio Zapata. Runners in scoring position. Davis delivers that one low for ball two. 2-0 the count. Price Jackson at third. Anthony Watson at second for Gio Zapata, with no outs here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Hard hit ball, right center field. If it drops, two will score. It does. Jackson heading home along with Watson from second. He'll be able to jog in cleanly. 2 RBI single for Gio Zapata. Brings up Charles Mason, who has an RBI single already in this contest. No outs. Courtesy runner comes on for Muskogee. Jacob Jones. And Davis just nails Mason in the back. He'll head down to first on the hit by pitch. So move the base runner Jones, who's courtesy running, over to second base with no outs. This is the wildest thing I've seen in quite a while as Taron Thompson comes to the plate. The pitcher. First pitch from Davis in there for a strike to Thompson. Thompson re-entered the game as the pitcher in the top of this 7th inning. 13-7, Ruffers trail. Swing and a miss by Thompson for strike 2. Unless a double play happens, we'll see the Ruffers bat around in the lineup. Peer back at second. Kick and fire for the righty Davis and fouled away by Thompson. Keep the at-bat alive. Thompson swinging a miss on the pitch inside for the strikeout. Out number 1 of this bottom of the 7th inning. Second strikeout for J.T. Davis. And it brings up Ben Fulbright. Davis peers back at second base, and Jacob Jones, the courtesy runner, as Fulbright fouls this one off to the backstop. 0-1 the count. Bottom of the 7th inning. Ruffers have tallied 5 runs in this 7th inning alone. They trail it 13-7. Fulbright, right-handed batter, watches the ball in the dirt from J.T. Davis for ball 1. One the count. Bottom of the 7th. 13-7. Ruffers trailing Owasso. Hard hit ball, left field. Pop up. Under it is Grady Mercer. Able to corral it for out number 2. 2 away as we head to the top of the order and bat around. Hard hit ball by Caleb Webb. It'll get through the right side of the infield. They'll send Jones home. Play it to the throw to the plate, well off the mark, and Jacob Jones able to score from second base on the RBI by Caleb Webb. First 6 batters of this inning have scored for the Ruffers, who trail it 13-8. Spell calls for time. Mason stands at second. Webb at first. Bell, the left-handed batter, takes ball 1. The ball gets away from the catcher, Caldwell, for just a second, but he's able to control it. 1-0 the count. here in the 7th inning. Muskogee trails 13-8. Made this one interesting, to say the least. 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th, and it hits off of Bell. He'll head down to first. Bases loaded here in the 7th inning. And that'll bring out the head coach, Larry Turner. And we'll take a break. Owasso trails it, or Owasso leads it, pardon me, 13-8 here in the 7th inning on Rougher TV. Call to the bullpen brings on Brody Green, who started this contest as the shortstop. Green comes on for Larry Turner, who's still out there talking to the field umpire as he watches his starting shortstop get his warm-up pitches in. And Antonio Zapata comes to the plate. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Runners on every base here. Bases loaded as Caldwell ran out to talk to Green one final time. Davis has given up 7 runs in this contest as he exited. Green, first pitch swinging is Zapata, fouls it away, well out of play for strike 1. Shane Stewart had to go check and see if that got near his car, I think. That one went over the backstop here and off towards the road in between the baseball, softball complex and the auxiliary gym, volleyball gym here at Muskogee High School. Davis came in the 5th inning, pitched the 5th, 6th, and into the 7th inning. 2 2/3 innings of action. Oh, and 2 the count. to swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that will end the ball game. But not before the Ruffers made it interesting as they tally 6 runs in the 7th inning and fall 13-8. A big thank you to Shane Stewart for the production of this broadcast, part of Ruffer TV and MuskogeeAthletics.com. I'm Steve Braun, wishing you a great one. And remember, it's always a great day